Right now, the fight for witnesses continues in the impeachment trial, while President Trump's team works to stop a potentially damaging new book from coming out.
Plus, after a series of school safety threats this week, we're learning more about how schools in our area work to keep your children safe in those potentially dangerous situations. And
we're telling you how to make sure your prescribed medication is right for you. That's straight ahead on News 3 Now this morning.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, folks, and thanks for joining us on your Thursday, January 30th. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Josh Spreader, along with meteorologist Hattie McLean, who's trying to bring some sunshine for us today.
She's wearing it.
I'm bringing the yellow. That's about all I can do. Normally, it's a good thing when I don't have to change the forecast, but I really wish that I could change something about this forecast.
We do, too.
Oh, my goodness. What are we on? We're like on day 9, I think, of straight clouds.
Wow.
At least it's been quiet. If you haven't washed the car yet, you still have a few opportunities before our next precipitation. I would advise you to maybe hold off on Friday. We do have some light snow and a little bit of freezing drizzle in the forecast, so that could mess things up a little bit, but Saturday's forecast looks dry and pretty nice, so a couple of chances yet. Our temperatures are in the mid-20s early this morning, 24 here in Madison, 27 in Janesville. Over the next 12 hours, we will climb just a little bit warmer than yesterday, topping right around 30, but still staying below the freezing point today. Here's a look at your first alert traffic maps across the area. So far this morning, things have been pretty good. Looks like it is getting a little busier in the downtown areas, and there are a few brake lights showing up on Stoughton Road as well. No accidents, though, to report around the region. Coming up, we are talking the potential for some freezing drizzle in the forecast. I'll have that in just a few minutes.
All right, Hattie, thank you. 6:01 right now. Today is the last day for senators to submit questions for House managers and the president's legal team for President Trump's impeachment trial. But one of the big questions, whether witnesses will testify, is still up in the air this morning. 93 questions were submitted yesterday, with representatives arguing about whether or not the president's actions are impeachable. If senators split on the witnesses issue, Chief Justice John Roberts would have to decide whether to cast the tie-breaking vote. If there are no witnesses called, the Senate could vote on whether or not to acquit President Trump as soon as tomorrow.
As that trial continues, the Trump administration is moving to block John Bolton's new book from being published. A letter to Bolton's lawyer says the manuscript contains top-secret classified information that shouldn't be disclosed. Bolton's lawyer tells CBS News the team does not believe anything in the book could be reasonably considered classified.
President Trump's new trade deal with Canada and Mexico is one step closer to officially being put into effect. The president has signed the new deal, known as USMCA. It updates the 26-year-old North American Free Trade Agreement. The new deal includes provisions to make sure cars are made in America. It's also expected to help small business owners and farmers by providing more opportunities.
This is a colossal victory for our farmers, ranchers, energy workers, factory workers.
The deal is being praised by many congressmen here in Wisconsin, as well as by dairy farmers around the state. The hope is that the agreement will help preserve dairy markets in Canada and Mexico and provide more opportunities for exports there.
Wisconsin's largest dairy lobbying group is calling the USMCA a vital deal. The Dairy Business Association says trade relationships with Mexico and Canada directly benefit the U.S. dairy community. Canada still needs to ratify the agreement, and all 3 countries will have to meet individual obligations, which could take months. 6:03 on your Thursday. School is back in session for kids in one local school district after a bomb threat sent students home early yesterday.
Police say a school in Lake Mills got a phone call with a specific recorded message. All of the schools were evacuated as a result, with students and staff relocated to secure off-site locations. Several agencies searched and eventually cleared the buildings. This is now the 3rd bomb threat against local schools in the last 2 days. It happened around the same time 4 Madison schools were on lockout because of a nearby shooting on the east side. 2 people, a parent and a child, were shot while sitting in a car. Police say the 2 were stopped at an intersection when someone got out of another car and shot into theirs. Police believe it was targeted and are investigating the incident as an attempted homicide. Police are still searching for the suspects.
A group of lawmakers is auditing the plans in place for Madison schools during incidents like those this morning. It's part of a larger look at the state's school safety grant program. That program was started after the Parkland shooting in Florida. The state gave out $100 million in grant money to help Wisconsin schools upgrade their safety measures. The state's attorney general says more still needs to be done to advance that program, particularly on mental health.
We need to keep doing more work in this area. We need to make sure that our schools in Wisconsin are as safe as they can be, and that includes making sure that we have effective physical security, but we also need to make sure we're investing in things like long-term funding for mental health programs and social workers in our schools.
Madison schools got about $2.4 million in those grants. They used that money to get new hardware on doors, automatic locks, and phone and PA systems for emergency communications. Those new tools were used in yesterday's lockout.
Looking ahead, a new task force will be looking at the student loan debt crisis here in Wisconsin. Governor Evers made it official by signing an executive order. It'll be led by Kathy Blumenfeld, the Secretary of the State Department of Financial Institutions. The task force will evaluate student debt and give long-term strategies to reduce it.
A local police department is making some major changes to help trauma victims feel more comfortable when they're being questioned. This is the before and after of McFarland Police's interview room. The department teamed up with NAMI of Dane County to create a safe space designed for comfort, where victims can feel better about sharing things that aren't easy to relive.
You're going to get better information, and you're going to have a better relationship with the people that you're working with.
Now, most of the items in the room were donated. Police say they spent less than $1,000 for a room that will make a huge difference in the years to come.
State grants are helping multiple domestic violence resources in Rock County make improvements. The YWCA of Rock County will use the grant from the Wisconsin Housing and Economic Development Authority, or WHEDA, to add an ADA-specific room to its transitional housing. The Beloit Domestic Violence Center will invest in new lights that are both LED and motion activated. The groups say that while the changes might seem small, they go a long way in serving their mission.
This means that we're just able to expand our programs and expand who we can serve, and that's always our goal, is to make sure that anybody who comes to us can get the help and care they need, and this is just another step toward that process.
Both centers say they'll complete their projects this year.
A memorial fund is being set up this morning for a Madison woman and her daughter who were killed in a helicopter crash during a trip to Hawaii. Since their passing, the family of Amy and Jocelyn Gannon says the community has responded with an outpouring of love and support. To honor their lives and passions, the family is launching a memorial fund that will support women's empowerment and wildlife conservation. It's already at more than $8,000 this morning. We have information on how to donate if you would like to up on channel3000.com.
Kobe Bryant's widow is now speaking out for the first time since the helicopter crash that killed her husband and teenage daughter. In an Instagram post overnight, Vanessa Bryant says her family is completely devastated, but is thanking the millions of people who have shown support in the last week. She says she doesn't know what the future holds, but is setting up a fundraiser through Kobe Bryant's Mamba Foundation to support the other families who lost loved ones in that crash.
6:08 on your Thursday. 131 million Americans use prescription drugs every day, but you might not know why you're taking those drugs. Christina Laurie joins us next with how you can get those questions answered.
But first, it's another cloudy day, but Hattie says the sun will come out. Not tomorrow, but eventually. She'll tell us just how long we have to wait and when the rain and snow chances return. This is News
3 Now brought to you by UW Carbone Cancer Center. Make your gift today.
What we achieve for patients is life-changing.
You get your smile back, your confidence back in just one day.
A new smile at a price you can afford.
With the dignity and respect you deserve.
Don't wait another day. Nothing is more life-changing than a healthy, confident smile.
Now get 10% off all dentures. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Call 1-800-DENTURE today to schedule your consultation.
The Color Purple is the Tony Award winner for Best Musical Revival. A glory to behold. Experience what people are calling one of the greatest revivals ever. The Color Purple. At Overture Center, February 18th through 23rd. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
When we say every Culver's Butterburger is cooked to order, here's what we mean.
Can I get a Butterburger?
The Culver's Deluxe, please.
Ketchup, mustard, pickle, and onion?
Craig Culver, I'm going to cook for you. Follow me.
I would love
Come on there. Fresh beef.
It looks great.
And we're looking for that nice sear, just like we got right here. That's where that great steak flavor comes from.
Totally fresh, made to order, the way you want it.
Searing it to perfection. It's really cool to see that.
Welcome to Delicious.
Start the new year with great deals from Jeep and Don Miller. It's the Start Something New sales event on now. Get the 2020 Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4. Lease for only $299 per month, 42 months, 10,000 miles a year. $2,500 plus taxes and fees due at signing. The 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited with heated leather seats. There's great selection. Over $4,000 off MSRP after all discounts and rebates and your own Don Miller deal. Don Miller, Madison and Dane County's Jeep headquarters. Odana Road, Madison.
Event Essentials can help make your next company event memorable with our impressive rental selection. Tents, tables, chairs, decor, and more, we have it all. Contact Event Essentials certified professionals for expert design and rental options. Event Essentials. We supply everything but the guests.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. And now with 25% off, it's time to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from the patio. Still chilly outside this morning, but pretty quiet conditions. You shouldn't have any issues weather-wise getting to work or school today. Let's look at the snow depth across the area. We had to wait quite some time for some snow on the ground, but it is sticking around at least through this week and into next. We have about 6 inches of snow on the ground here in Madison and most of southern Wisconsin. Pales in comparison to that snow depth, though, that is on the ground in the northern part of the state. Still some very good snow for snow activity. There will be some melting taking place over the coming weekend as temperatures climb above freezing both Saturday and Sunday and even into Monday. But a sharp cool down is expected with the potential for most snow as we head into Tuesday of next week. So stay tuned. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. Our weather track forecast is showing you lots of clouds across the area. Unfortunately, we're not going to scour out any of these clouds today, so we're stuck with gray skies. That's exactly what we're seeing on the WICT sky camera shot early today. Our temperatures early today are in the 20s. No issues with fog, though, so that is good news because it is below freezing. 24 here in Madison, 28 in Mineral Point. In Janesville, you've dropped a degree. You're now down to 27. The cold spot in the area is the Dells at 22. No wind, though, to factor in, so wind chill is not a factor today. Let's take a look at that future track forecast model. Excuse me. Through the day today, no major changes have been made to the forecast. By lunchtime, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 20s in most locations, just cloudy skies. And through the afternoon, we'll top right around 30. No issues getting home from work due to the weather, that is. But later on tonight, look for some patchy freezing drizzle or even some light snow to start to develop across southern Wisconsin. We're generally talking light amounts, but there may be some slippery spots as we head into the Friday morning commute. Areas of fog may develop as well. A look at your extended forecast. We have temperatures that will stay in the 30s through the first part of the weekend. We're looking at temperatures climbing to 37 with cloudy skies on Saturday. Then as we head into Sunday, that's our next best chance for some sunshine with high temperatures at 42. We do have a storm system that could impact the area for the first part of next week. We'll keep our eye on it. It could bring rain and snow to the area. Now it's time to get a look at those First Alert traffic maps. We'll send it over to Stacey K for all the details. Good morning, Stacey.
Good morning. It's another quiet start on the Beltline. Nothing to slow you down yet in either direction. Expect volume to increase after 7. Checking out other roads here in Dane County, just some of the usual slowdowns at Stoughton Road and Park Street approaching the Beltline. Volume is not an issue yet on East Washington or around campus downtown. And other main routes heading into the city, they're moving along at the posted speeds. No crashes or delays at this time. With your First Alert traffic, I'm Stacey K.
Thank you, Stacey, and thank you, Hattie. 6:14 now. The majority of adults dealing with everything from arthritis to heart disease and cancer take prescription drugs.
That's more than 130 million Americans and shows why it's so important to know what you or a family member is taking. Christina Laurie is live to explain this morning. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. UWHealth pharmacist Jennifer Piccolo says
Prescription drugs oftentimes come with a long list of side effects, and sometimes people suffer from side effects that are not even listed. Those symptoms can cause anxiety, and on top of that, Georgetown's Health Policy Institute says 21% of people cut the amount of the money that they spend on food, heat, or other essentials just so they can afford their medications. That's why knowing what you're taking, if you need it, and if it's really helping your condition is so important, especially for people with a recent cancer diagnosis.
We really believe in patients being active in their care. The process of getting a cancer diagnosis and going into treatment can be pretty overwhelming, and information helps take that steep trajectory off the learning curve a little bit.
Georgetown's Health Policy Institute finds in their latest study the average adult pays $177 out of pocket for their prescription drugs every year. For people between the ages of 65 and 79, that price tag spikes to $456 out of pocket. So what should you do if you think you're paying for a prescription that isn't really working, you don't really need? I'll talk about that ahead at 6:30. But first, I want to address why we're standing in front of Gilda's Club. They had an Ask a Pharmacist panel that was supposed to happen tonight. That event was just called off overnight. Josh and Leah.
All right, Christina Lori live in Middleton. Christina, thank you.
New information now as the number of people killed by coronavirus continues to rise. At 170 this morning, nearly 200 Americans are in quarantine after being evacuated from Wuhan, China. They will undergo 3 days of voluntary testing for signs of the coronavirus before they can be released. Right now, there are almost 8,000 confirmed cases of the illness. The World Health Organization says they're reconsidering whether to declare a public health emergency because of growing concerns about human-to-human transmission and the rapid acceleration of confirmed cases.
So far, there have been just 5 confirmed cases of the virus in the U.S., but more could be infected.
The symptoms of coronavirus are similar to the flu. Here to tell us more about those symptoms and how to keep an eye on them is Dr. Mandira Mehra from SSM Health. Good morning.
Good morning. Are you guys staying happy and healthy this season?
Trying to.
Yeah, we're trying. Yeah. The concern here is more about the flu, but it is interesting that the symptoms are quite similar.
Exactly, and how quickly something can become a problem that's over there, you know, abroad in China, and all of a sudden can be a problem here. You know, we talk about maybe 5 cases that are confirmed in the U.S., but those 5 people have encountered hundreds of people, close family members, friends, those kinds of things. And you can imagine if just a few of those people pass it on to a few more people that also then become in contact with 1,000 people, it's very hard to quarantine and limit and constrict this. So that's the reason that the WHO is really thinking, do we need to declare this an international public emergency? The symptoms that you mentioned are true. Look at that beautiful virus. It's actually a beautiful virus under the microscope, and it's called corona because it looks like a crown. The symptoms that you want to look for, very similar to the common cold or flu: coughing, runny nose, sneezing, possible headache. Certain people, it can become more complicated. You're talking about a lower respiratory, bronchitis, or pneumonia type symptoms. Now, the difference here is, of course, travel, or if you've been exposed to someone that maybe has gone to mainland China. That's going to be your first warning sign that we need to talk to a doctor, we need to tell your healthcare professional immediately that this is something I'm concerned about. And limiting, of course, your exposure then to other people. In this case, the most common question we're getting right now is this more deadly? Is this more contagious? And what kind of prevention can we be doing? The scary thing here is we don't have any treatments and we don't have any prevention. And so what I mean by that is every year we talk about influenza and getting your vaccine. We do not have a vaccine for the coronavirus. We do not have any treatments. And that's what makes this a little bit scary, is even though most cases are self-limiting, most cases will improve, we don't have treatments for the people that do end up severe. Right now the estimates are that about 20% of the cases will be severe and about 2% are deadly. Comparing that to influenza, where 0.1% are deadly. So we're talking about almost a 20 times more likelihood of it being deadly. So things we can do here, we always talk about healthy hand hygiene, hand washing, avoiding touching your eyes, nose, mouth. If you know someone that is sick, whether it could be coronavirus or not, really avoiding that direct contact. Something as simple as a handshake, a sneeze, a cough in close proximity, about 3 feet, can cause that transmission. Here's another case where I know animals are a human's best friend, but again, we suspect, just like SARS and MERS, that this was transmissible again through animals. smells. So we really want to limit our contact. If you can, wear masks if you're around someone that you think may have this, and letting your doctor know immediately if you suspect that you could have the coronavirus.
Wow, just fascinating, and it's going to continue to dominate headlines. Dr. Mara, thank you very much.
Yeah, great to be here.
Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll continue our coverage of the rapidly spreading coronavirus and what health officials say won't help prevent it.
And if the clouds have gotten you down over the last 9 days, they stuck around, just hang in there a little bit longer.
We can do it.
Yes, we can. Hattie's telling us when the sun will shine again in southern Wisconsin. That's next on News 3 Now this morning.
Here it comes.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
It's the biggest and the best. The News 3 Now Madison Camper and RV Show and Sale. January 31st, February 1st and 2nd at the Alliant Energy Center.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Frank Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks at air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit frankconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
I've always had jobs centered on helping people, but now with a nursing degree from Herzing University, I've made it a career.
Having a job was one thing, but having a career, to me, that meant something completely different. With a little hard work and a degree from Herzing University, anything is possible.
I'm possible at Herzing.
At Papa Murphy's, we're making flavor magic for just $9. Introducing the new Combo Magnifico, a magical combination of giant pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and onions, all for just $9. Bake it yourself, then make it disappear. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
When being sick isn't as bad as not knowing why you're sick.
When questions lead to confusion.
And angst and anxiety. When it feels like there's a tiger chasing you into the darkness.
And all you want is a little light.
A little hope.
This is when you need the best of the best. Doctors who don't just perform cutting-edge procedures and treatments. Doctors who invent them. UWHealth. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Ashley Home Store's one-day sale is this Saturday with a preview day Friday. Enjoy friends and family pricing on everything in the store. Save as much as 50% off all furniture store-wide. Hurry in and get our best bonus offer of the entire year and take an additional 15% off our already low sale prices. Or finance interest-free for up to 6 years with just sales tax and delivery charges due at checkout. Plus, save big during our biggest mattress sale of the year. The Mattress Marathon starts right now. This weekend only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Welcome back. 6:23 on your Thursday. We are patiently awaiting the return of the sun in these shots.
Are we patient? I don't know.
Patience is wearing thin.
It is.
But eventually we'll see some sunshine by the weekend. And don't worry, guys, we're not that far off from the first day of spring. Just 49 days.
Just 49 days.
7 weeks.
Is that not that far off?
It's better than 60.
That's true. Perspective.
We're getting closer.
Yes.
Slowly.
Spring is around a big corner, but it's on the map. 49 days away if you're counting, and maybe after this week you are starting to count because it has been quite a cloudy week. We haven't had much weather to deal with, though. That's the good news. Temperatures this morning are starting in the 20s, 22 in the Dells, 25 in Lone Rock, 24 here in Madison. Pretty similar to where we were this time yesterday. As you send those kids to the bus stop, again, you'll still want the winter gear today. It's a chilly day today. High temperatures will be right around 30 later on as you head home from school. The great news about today, though, is that winds are going to stay very light, so no worries about wind chill. Have a wonderful Thursday.
New research this morning shows that air pollution is linked to an increased rate of health problems. A new study from the Lancet Health Journal says even a short-term exposure to pollution can lead to a more sudden risk of heart-related issues like cardiac arrest. Researchers looked at nearly 250,000 out-of-home cardiac arrests that happened in the 2-year period of that study. In that time, they found a significant percentage of heart attacks took place when air quality was lower.
A group of researchers at the UW has a simple goal for a complicated issue: revolutionize the plastic industry. All of the bags, wrappers, and other items we throw out and recycle are actually complex mixtures of different plastics. With current technology, it can be really tough to extract each individual component and bring it back to its original form so it can be reused. That's the process George Huber and his team of engineers and scientists are working to improve.
Technology to recycle waste plastics is very inefficient. It can only work in some type very pure waste plastics, and you lose the properties of the plastics when you recycle them. So the technology is not very efficient, and it's too expensive.
Only News 3 Now is looking at the impact this research could have on the recycling process and just how much of the plastic we use can't be used again. You can catch that in-depth report tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
6:25 right now. We're taking a live look at West End, Jamaica this morning, which is returning back to normal for the locals and tourists in the Caribbean right now. A 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck that region earlier this week just off the coast of Cuba and Jamaica, with several aftershocks to follow. Now, I caught up with Jerry Ternelia over FaceTime. She's part of a group of family and friends from the Madison area traveling to the country this month. They've been visiting the island every year for the last 26 years, but this was a first for them.
I started to sway and thought, my gosh, am I getting sick or what's going on? And everyone's looking around, a little bit of panic, and then we all realized it was an earthquake. It lasted a little over a minute.
So far, there have been no reports of death, injury, or significant property damage following that quake.
6:26 now, still ahead this morning. We are tracking the latest on the new coronavirus and how misinformation on the disease is spreading itself faster than the virus.
And if you've got questions about the prescription medications you're taking, Christina Laurie is telling us how you can get those answers. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we'll be right back.
Cars is starting the new year with a bang. Buy a 2019 Toyota Corolla for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with remaining factory warranty.
That's right. For the new year, buy 2019 Toyota Corollas for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with remaining factory warranty.
So come in today and get your 2019 Toyota Corolla for only $14,995 or $239 per month.
Go to Gobin Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
I am running to defeat Donald Trump. In 2016, I warned that Donald Trump was a dangerous demagogue. When the Republican Congress wouldn't hold him accountable, I went to work helping run winning campaigns in 21 House seats. It's time for the Senate to act and remove Trump from office. And if they won't do their jobs this November, you and I will. I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Maybe we could build like a thing, you know?
To jump off?
Yeah. No, like to go all the way across. Some kind of beam to join the two sides.
You think that would help?
Yes, I do.
Well, he could be okay. Eventually, somebody has a better idea, like honest pricing with no surprise fees, ever. It's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
Life happens fireside. Winter nights, family holidays, romantic evenings. When the ones you love most gather around the fire, life's warmest memories are made. And right now during the winter sale, it's the perfect time to escape the cold and create your own oasis indoors with instant savings up to $800. But you better hurry. Sale ends February 1st at Fireside Hearth and Home.
How are you liking my Power Bob Essential Base with queen-size Bobopedic Gem mattress?
Love it.
You get the Power Base and the mattress for only $6.99.
$6.99 for both? Wow.
That's the power of Bob's Discount.
Get Bob's Discount!
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
How does the automatic emergency braking in the Chevy Equinox work?
Oh, no. What?
Can you tell me how lane keep assist with lane departure warning works?
Lane departure warning? What is that exactly?
Kids may not know about the 2020 Chevy Equinox's standard safety features, but every parent should.
Get $3,750 cash allowance on most Equinox models. Plus, current GM owners can get an additional $750 cash allowance. And eligible GM card members get $1,000 in bonus earnings.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for staying with us on this Thursday, January 30th. I'm Josh Brighter.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. We're taking a look this morning at what's in your medicine cabinet. Almost 2/3 of adults do take prescription medicine.
That's more than 130 million Americans, but what do you do if you feel like those medications aren't truly helping? Christina Laurie is live to explain. Hi, Christina.
Good morning, Josh and Leah. The majority of Americans with one of 5 common chronic conditions, diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, arthritis, and cancer, use prescription drugs every day. And if those numbers seem high, it's because they are. Georgetown's Health Policy Institute says 89% of people with arthritis, 98% of people with diabetes use prescription drugs. In the Madison area, there are a variety of resources to help people better understand what they're taking, but most typically require a one-on-one scheduled appointment with a doctor.
People really often will suffer through side effects without realizing that there's something that they can do about them. They can be mitigated somehow and managed better.
That's why it's encouraged that you talk to a pharmacist before taking any prescription medications. Pharmacists agree that everyone should be playing an active role in their health. Not only do they say that helps you feel less anxious about anything you're dealing with, but it can save you money too. Georgetown's Health Policy Institute says 21% of people have to forego paying for groceries. They're late on rent. They have to forego other expenses just to afford the medications they need to keep themselves alive. Josh and Leah. And really quickly, I do want to address why we're standing outside Gilda's Club. They were going to host an Ask a Pharmacist panel. We're told that event will be rescheduled for a different day. It was supposed to be tonight.
All right, Christina Laurie live in Middleton this morning. Christina, thank you.
6:32 now. UW nurses say they're not giving up their fight as they work to rally support for their efforts to unionize.
We don't feel like we're able to advocate for patients the way that we used to be. There's fear of retaliation if we do advocate or express our concerns.
Nurses answered questions from other labor activists and community members last night. In December, they had asked UWHealth Hospital to voluntarily recognize them as a union. Last week, the hospital and clinic's board of directors said Act 10 legislation prevents them from doing that. Those nurses still disagree.
Meanwhile, health experts at the UW are answering questions about the coronavirus. This comes as the World Health Organization plans a meeting to decide whether the virus is a global health emergency. Scientists and physicians say there is some promising news this morning for those of us worried about the virus here in the U.S.
One thing that we just want to convey is that even though this is, of course, an emerging condition and there's appropriate concern about what it might turn into, at the moment, it seems that at least in the U.S., there is not evidence of active, ongoing person-to-person transmission, which should be reassuring to the public.
Right now, nearly 200 Americans are being evaluated at a military base in California after being flown out of Wuhan, China, where the virus has now infected thousands of people. The U.S. government chartered the jet to evacuate Americans from the city. The passengers will stay at the base anywhere between 3 and 14 days. If anyone gets sick, they'll be transported to a nearby hospital.
Meanwhile, misinformation about the coronavirus continues to spread worldwide on Facebook, despite efforts and pledges by the social media company to stop it. One post on Facebook says the U.S. patented a vaccine years ago for the coronavirus, which is completely false. That was posted on January 21st and was still up a week later on a public page, despite being flagged as inaccurate. It has been shared nearly 5,000 times so far, and it has more than 400 comments.
A major tech company is temporarily shutting down all of its offices in China from the ongoing outbreak. The Verge reports Google's shutdown includes all of offices in mainland China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. Microsoft and Amazon are also taking similar precautions. Those face masks you see people wearing now to protect themselves from the coronavirus and flu is actually not recommended to keep yourself healthy. While it might make some people feel better to have them, the CDC says wearing a mask to protect yourself doesn't actually benefit the general population. It's the sick person who should be wearing it.
If they are feeling like they have symptoms, we do ask them to put on a mask when they're coming to waiting rooms or the emergency department or when they're going into a public space. It helps prevent the spread of infection.
Now, this comes as local pharmacies are struggling to restock their supplies of the face masks in the wake of the outbreak.
And if you've been using hand sanitizer as a precaution as well, that won't do the trick either. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is asking the maker of Purell to clean up its act. It's warning Gojo Industries to stop claiming that some of its products can help guard against viruses like the flu or even Ebola. While hand sanitizers are effective in killing some germs on contact, they do offer limited protection.
6:35 right now. Hattie's here with your outdoor weather and traffic update, and we're still stuck in those clouds this morning, Hattie.
We definitely are. You can see behind me the WICTV sky camera shot. Cloudy skies here in southern Wisconsin. No issues with fog, though, this morning, which is good news. Temperatures are below freezing. We're in the mid-20s here in Madison. Platteville checks in with 26 degrees, as does Boscobel. It's only 22 in the Dells right now. Your outdoor forecast says you don't need the sunglasses once again. Temperatures will climb to highs right around 30 this afternoon with just cloudy skies. Let's get a peek at those traffic maps. We'll see what's happening on area roads. Looking pretty quiet still on the Beltline. Just a few slowdowns showing up at Stoughton Road and Park Street right now. Otherwise, travel is good in southern Wisconsin. No accidents to report. Now, by this time tomorrow morning, the Friday morning commute may be a little tricky, especially after 3 o'clock in the morning, when there is the potential for some patchy freezing drizzle or some flurries or light snow showers to move into southern Wisconsin.
All right, thank you very much, Hattie. 6:36 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, we'll tell you how long it'll take the new USMCA trade deal to impact farmers and businesses here in Wisconsin.
But first, there's a new push at the state capitol to put one cheese above all the others. We'll tell you which one hopes to make the cut next on News 3 Now this morning.
Join us for the Polar Plunge and give more than 10,000 Special Olympics Wisconsin athletes the chance to shine. You'll have a blast when you take the splash. Be freezing for a reason. Visit plungewi.org to register today.
Honk, honk, yes! Woohoo!
I don't mean to be nosy, but why are you so excited?
I'm on my way to get an oil change.
An oil change?
At Meineke, they not only replace my oil and top off my fluids, they also rotate my tires for free.
That does sound pretty awesome.
It is!
Maybe I should do that too.
Join the Meineke Rewards program to earn points for the dollars you spend. Receive free roadside assistance with select oil change packages. Go to Meineke.com to sign up today.
The new iPhone 11 runs on Straight Talk without a contract and a plan that's up to half the cost of big carriers. With the new ultra-wide camera, your shareable moments are ultra-shareable. Because you're on a network that's more than just big talk. The new iPhone 11. Now get the unlimited plan for just $45 a month on America's best 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Ashley Home Store's one-day sale is this Saturday with a preview day Friday. Enjoy friends and family pricing on everything in the store. Save as much as 50% off all furniture store-wide. Hurry in and get our best bonus offer of the entire year and take an additional 15% off our already low sale prices. Or finance interest-free for up to 6 years with just sales tax and delivery charges due at checkout. Plus, save big during our biggest mattress sale of the year. The Mattress Marathon starts right now. This weekend only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
It's time to get a whole new perspective on Ram trucks. Because to us, there are no small jobs, no little tasks. And when it comes to innovation, there are no modest ideas. No wonder why more people are switching to Ram than ever before. Ram trucks, back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year.
Current competitive pickup owners get an average $13,235 in total values on the 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
Join us for the Polar Plunge and give more than 10,000 Special Olympics Wisconsin athletes the chance to shine. You'll have a blast when you take the splash. Be freezing for a reason. Visit plungewi.org to register today.
In a plastic world, UW engineers are working on ways to reduce plastic use and waste.
The technology to recycle waste plastics is very inefficient, and then when we recycle them, they're all contaminated.
How we can all help fight the plastic plague. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Welcome back. If you haven't seen this online yet, it's really taking our website and our social media pages by storm. There's talk at the Capitol this week of whether Wisconsin should have a state cheese and what it should be.
Folks in Colby, Wisconsin are pushing for, you guessed it, Colby cheese to be the state cheese for our cheese state. The city of Colby even sent an area high school choir to help sell their case with a song.
Colby was the name of the creation, a process that was different than the rest. A mile west and south, you put it in your mouth, a brand new kind of cheese he put to test.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Colby is one of the few cheeses that's recipe actually originates in Wisconsin. Colby is a mild cheese with a similar flavor to cheddar, but it is not aged.
So the committee has not yet made any decisions on the state cheese, but you better believe a lot of people have opinions on this. We asked you to sound off on our morning Facebook poll on whether Colby should be Wisconsin's official cheese or should it be cheddar.
Yeah, right now 27% of you are voting for Colby, and 73% say cheddar is better. And I think both of us are in agreement with that.
I have a strong opinion on this. I am all about the cheddar.
Not you.
I have a strong stance on cheese, but yeah, cheddar for sure.
I love any kind of cheese. I told you earlier, I kind of like the Colby Jack just because it has a little bit more of a bite to it.
You like that, yeah.
But I love cheese anyways, even though I haven't had it for quite some time with our Whole30 shenanigans going on right now. But
I've been cheating on Whole30. You're not taking cheese out of my diet. I'm sorry.
Cheater.
Dairy is in my life. But yeah, cheddar's better.
You can go on Facebook right now and let us know where you're heard. And while you're on Facebook this morning, you can also send us a photo of your morning. Brenda sent us this photo. Look at that.
Okay, this is tied for people singing about cheese when it comes to my favorite part of this morning.
The singing, we've got the hearing, and we've got the seeing this morning.
That's true. That's good.
All at the top.
Brenda bringing her A game with this photo, though. Absolutely love it.
Thank you so much, Brenda, for sharing that.
What does your morning look like? Take a picture, post it on our Facebook or our social media pages. Hashtag MyNews3Morning so we can find and share our favorites right here on the program.
All right, let's see if I can find another awful transition here. If you're looking for a song to listen to on your commute this morning, you might want to go with Ain't No Sunshine.
Ooh, that was a little off.
Jeez. Which could also be the name of Hattie's forecast today. She's telling us when we might get a break from those clouds coming up next.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV and have Josh sing them happy birthday. Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning.
Maybe not.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
People will call the roads bad and blame them for being slippery. The roads don't have any control over the situation, but you do. If you drove a Jeep SUV, you could get out there and see for yourself just how good a bad road can really be.
Get $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2019 Renegade models in dealer stock. Or well-qualified returning FCA lessees can lease the 2019 Renegade for $189 a month.
Do you suffer from pain, stress, anxiety, depression? Hi, my name is Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place, Apple Wellness. We carry one of the largest and most reputable selections of CBD oil products in southern Wisconsin. Our AMM CBD certified wellness consultants are on the cutting edge of CBD knowledge and can help you find the right potency for your relief. This week only, get 20% off at all 4 locations in Fitchburg, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and now West Madison. Check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com. The Healthy Place, Apple Wellness.
Disney on Ice invites you to dream big. Join Moana on her journey to believe in herself. Be inspired by Miguel's passion. Rediscover the power of love with Anna and Elsa and see how anything is possible when you explore your world. Disney on Ice presents Dream Big. Tickets start at $15. Coming to Alliant Energy Center February 6th through 9th. For tickets and show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com.
Cancer is still a leading killer in America. It sucks, I know, because I've had it. So please join me in support of our superstar doctors and researchers at our very own UW Carbone Cancer Center. Call or go online to carbonecures.org and make your gift today. Local expertise, global impact. Help eradicate cancer now.
Explorer. Drive it today with 0% financing plus 1,500 retail bonus cash. See your local Ford dealer.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
From the News 3 Now First Alert Weather Center, we start with cloudy skies once again. Not a big surprise. We've had clouds stuck around the area. Here's the view from our sky camera at the station. Skies are definitely cloudy, and unfortunately, we're keeping those clouds through the day. Temperatures are in the 20s this morning. Juneau, you're at 22 degrees. Mineral Point starts at 28, so a little warmer there. 27 in Janesville, 24 here in Madison. Your Metro Futurecast today shows you cloudy skies even into the afternoon. High temperatures will climb up to around 30 degrees, but a very light and variable wind, so no wind chill to factor in at all today. That's the good news, I guess. As we look at how things are going to change over the next couple of days, this large area of high pressure that's been parked across the midsection of the country is eventually going to work its way towards the east. Behind this system, southerly winds set up and start to bring some milder air into the region. They also pump some moisture into the area as well, so we're not going to get rid of these clouds anytime too soon. Let's take a look at your travel weather forecasts. Maybe you're thinking of getting away and going to some place that has some sunshine. No delays at any of the major airports right now, which is good news. Across the country, if you're heading southwest, that would be a great idea for some sunshine. Denver today topping in the low 50s with sunny skies. 66 in Phoenix. The southeast as well looking pretty sunny. Atlanta close to 60 degrees today. Miami's in the 70s with sunshine. And that sunshine, again, all along the eastern seaboard. New York topping near 40 with partly sunny skies. Here in the midsection of the country, though, we continue with cloudy skies. Let's jump ahead to our next impactful weather system that will start to move into the area late Monday. Here's Monday at 6:30 p.m. Still looking dry across southern Wisconsin, so I'm not expecting travel impacts to or from work on Monday. However, later Monday night, that precipitation starts to build into the area, and it looks like it will continue at least through Tuesday. Now, note how close we are to the edge of this storm system. Any shifts one way or the other with the track of this storm will have big impacts on the type and amount of precipitation. But right now, with those current forecasts, looks like we're right on the edge of some heavier snow. A couple of inches of snow for southern Wisconsin. You get in parts of northern Illinois, and it's more of a significant storm system. So again, this is the Tuesday, late Monday, Tuesday time frame. Stay tuned to the forecast because those numbers will likely change several times between now and then. Here's a look at your extended forecast. We have cloudy skies in the forecast through Saturday. We're looking at temperatures staying in the 30s, but on Sunday, that's the best day. 42 degrees with partly sunny skies. Temperatures are going to stay on the mild side as we start next week, but behind that storm system, kind of a big cool down. We're back to highs in the upper 20s and low 30s for that first full week of February. Here's our Pet Walk forecast. This is Drake in Reedsburg. Kind of camouflaged on that couch there.
Blends right in.
Yeah.
What a beauty,
Hopefully
though.
nobody sits on him.
That's true. Aww. No, he'll be okay. It looks like a kind of a cuddle buddy.
Yeah, he does.
Not a bad day for a walk, though, today. 30. Can't complain.
Get up, Drake. Let's go. Thank you, Addie.
You're welcome.
Stay with us for the morning sprint up next.
Let me guess. You've been mattress shopping online.
Yeah.
Does this feel soft to you? You need Easy Choice.
Easy Choice?
Yeah, that sounds easy. It is.
Can we try it?
You are. Easy
Choice. Can we take it home?
Yeah.
But we came here on these.
We deliver.
Awesome.
Find your Easy Choice. The best price, comfort, quality, and setup. It's easy.
Get a fresh start with the Start Something New sales event at Don Miller. The new 2019 Ram 1500, the most awarded light-duty truck in America. Get 0% APR for 60-month financing or 1.9% APR for 72 months. Rebates and incentives up to $3,000 on all remaining new 2019 Ram 1500 trucks in stock. The Ram 1500, a 2019 IIHS top safety pick. Great rebates and incentives now at the Start Something New sales event at Don Miller, your Madison truck headquarters.
Don Miller.
It's the annual RV show and sale you don't want to miss at Interstate RV, January 30th through February 2nd. Great RV show pricing just up the road, Highway 51.net.
What we achieve for patients is life-changing.
You get your smile back, your confidence back in just one day.
A new smile at a price you can afford.
With the dignity and respect you deserve.
Don't wait another day. Nothing is more life-changing than a healthy, confident smile.
Now get 10% off all dentures. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Call 1-800-DENTURE today to schedule your consultation.
Choose U.S. Cellular Prepaid and choose fair. Fair because our signal gets you where you need to go. Fair because we give you a strong signal and an amazing deal, too. Right now, you can get a free smartphone. So make your tax refund go further. Choose U.S. Cellular Prepaid and you'll get a free smartphone right now. Plus a strong signal with national coverage. U.S. Cellular Prepaid. Choose fair.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs. The race to the White House begins with the Iowa caucuses, and News 3 Now is there. Political reporter Amy Reed covers every angle with live reports starting Sunday. Stay informed with the area's most in-depth election coverage, only on News 3 Now. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and be ready for whatever Mother Nature throws our way.
Fry Construction Roofing and Insulation, keeping your home warm and energy efficient.
Welcome back at 6:51. Time for the morning sprint.
We start in Washington this morning, where senators will get a second day to ask questions on both sides of President's impeachment trial. One question that's still unanswered is whether witnesses will be allowed to testify. Republican leaders want no testimony or new documents, while Democrats are demanding witnesses, especially for former National Security Advisor John Bolton.
The White House, meanwhile, is working to stop Bolton's forthcoming book from being published. A letter to Bolton's lawyer says the manuscript contains top secret classified information. Bolton's lawyer tells CBS News they believe the book doesn't have anything that could be reasonably considered classified.
This is a colossal victory for our farmers, ranchers, energy workers, factory workers.
President Trump's new trade deal with Canada and Mexico is one step closer to being officially put into effect. The president signed the new deal known as USMCA. The deal includes provisions to make sure cars are made in America. It's also expected to help small business owners and farmers by providing more opportunities.
Congressmen in Wisconsin are praising that deal, along with dairy farmers around the state. The hope is that the agreement will help preserve dairy markets in Canada and Mexico and provide more opportunities for exports there. Wisconsin's largest dairy lobbying group, the Dairy Business Association, is calling the USMCA a vital deal.
And it looks like cloudy skies across the entire state this morning. No chance for sunshine today. Temperatures will be climbing from the low 20s into the low 30s later on this afternoon. Real light winds expected from the east-southeast as well.
An estimated 131 million Americans, around 2/3 of all adults, take prescription drugs every day. But how much do you know about what you're taking and why? Pharmacists from the UWHealth stress the importance of asking them or your doctor if you're experiencing any unusual side effects from the medications you're taking. Prescriptions often come with a long list of side effects on top of the financial burden that they cause. The average adult pays $177 out of pocket for their prescriptions every year. For people 65 and older, that price tag grows to more than $450. Josh.
Christina, thank you. The World Health Organization says they're considering whether to declare a public health emergency for the coronavirus. They say growing concerns about human-to-human transmission and the rapid acceleration of confirmed cases are causes to reconsider. Right now, there are almost 8,000 confirmed cases of that illness. 170 of those cases have resulted in death.
Meanwhile, misinformation about the coronavirus continues to spread worldwide on Facebook, despite efforts and pledges by that social media company to stop it. One post on Facebook says the U.S. patented a vaccine years ago for the coronavirus, which is completely false. That was posted on January 21st and was still up a week later on a public page, despite being flagged as inaccurate. It's been shared nearly 5,000 times so far and has more than 400 comments.
We don't feel like we're able to advocate for patients the way that we used to be.
UW nurses say they're not giving up their fight as they work to rally support for their efforts to unionize. They answered questions from other labor activists and community members last night. In December, nurses with UWHealth wanted the hospital to voluntarily recognize them as a union. The hospital and clinic's board of directors claims legislation prevents them from doing that.
School is back in session in Lake Mills after a bomb threat sent students home yesterday. Police say the school got a phone call with a specific recorded message. All of the buildings were evacuated while police searched and eventually cleared them. This marks the third bomb threat against a local school in the last 2 days.
A parent and child are recovering this morning after a shooting on Madison's east side. 4 schools were placed on lockout after the 2 were shot while stopped at an intersection. Police say someone got out of another car and shot into theirs. They do believe it was a targeted event and are investigating the incident as an attempted homicide. Investigators are still searching for suspects.
A new task force will be looking at the student loan debt crisis here in Wisconsin. Governor Evers made it official by signing an executive order this week. It'll be led by Kathy Blumenfeld, the Secretary of the State Department of Financial Institutions. That task force will work on finding long-term strategies to reduce the debt.
A memorial fund is being set up for a Madison woman and her daughter who were killed in a helicopter crash during a family vacation to Hawaii. The family of Amy and Jocelyn Gannon is launching a memorial fund to support women's empowerment and wildlife conservation. So far, it's already raised more than $8,000. We have information on how to donate on channel3000.com.
Kobe Bryant's widow is speaking out for the first time since the helicopter crash that killed her husband and daughter. In an Instagram post overnight, Vanessa Bryant thanked the millions of people who have shown support in the last week. She's also setting up a fundraiser to support the other families who lost their loved ones in that crash.
6:56 right now. Stacey K is a final look at your first alert traffic. Hi, Stacey.
Hi. The westbound Beltline is picking up now, especially between Stoughton Road and Monona Drive. Inbound John Nolan getting busy now at the Rimrock and North Shore Drive intersections as you make your way downtown. And other main routes heading into the city, they are moving along at the posted speeds. No crashes or delays at this time. With your first alert traffic, I'm Stacey K.
Thank you, Stacey. Here's a live look from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Cloudy skies, but no issues seeing the dome of the Capitol this morning, so no fog across southern Wisconsin. Here's a look at your day planner temperatures. We will start in the low 20s this morning, climbing to highs right around 30 this afternoon, so not a lot of movement again with the temperatures and those clouds staying in place. There is the potential for some freezing drizzle and some light snow or flurries tonight into Friday. That may cause some slippery spots on the roads for tomorrow morning. Otherwise, a relatively quiet weather pattern continues right into the weekend. Best news, though, is finally some sunshine on Sunday. How many days away is that? It isn't too many right now.
We got to make it there, folks. We can do it. Thank you, Hattie.
You're welcome.
And thanks so much for joining us this morning, folks. Take a little bit of time for your family on this Thursday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a good one.